Hey BrickTubers, give me 2 seconds. I'm just jury rigging a... There we go. Hey, I'm using my phone today because my laptop's not got much charge. Last week I couldn't get it streamed. This week I'm using a different thing. And anyway, yay! Oh, hello. Hey, 3 people. How you going, guys? Now let me figure this out. Haven't done this before, so I've got my laptop here. And my phone's doing the stream, so I'd be interested to know if the quality's any better or worse, whatever. In theory, this should be better because it's my phone and it's designed to do this more than my laptop. But what I want to do is get up on here, the stream, so I can see your comments. Because at the moment, the way the camera's oriented on my phone, I can't see the comments. Oh, actually, in theory, it should be here. Live. Stay with me, readers. Oh, as I go to there we go. Oh, is this it? Where's my command? The funny thing is with the funny thing is that there's like a command center thing you can get to, and I can't get to it. Isn't that brilliant? What's worse, I work in IT, so I should be able to figure this out. Come on, where is it? Give me it. Ah, live control room, that's got to be it, surely. Ah, here we go. Ah, look at that, I got it to work. It's hidden away. I'll tell you what, I'm going to do an actual help file, a help video on actually getting this to work, because it's just crazy how hidden away certain things are in YouTube. Now let's see if I can rearrange this properly. I need a bigger Lego room. I've just moved to a bigger Lego room and I need a bigger Lego room. Go figure. Does that work? You guys see that okay? Slightly different angle. You can see my Millennium Falcon in the background here. Love that set. Proud of that one. Douglas McBricken, how are you? You might get a chat echo. No. I've muted the laptop is muted, so it shouldn't. This is actually a better setup. If this works, I'm going to be a happy camper because this is much better. Apart from the fact my laptop's going to run out of power it's fine. It will last. I don't know if anyone else has had this problem, but since the new YouTube beta has been around, I've been trying it here and there, but whenever I use it, my browser absolutely like keels over. It just sucks the life out of my computer. So I keep reporting it to YouTube, but I don't know whether or not that will get fixed. Tellingly, one of their master video YouTube things the other day, they were still using the old version, which I thought was hilarious. Douglas, it's 11:30 at night here. I'm probably going to miss jokes like that, I'm afraid. I would usually get that, being a dad and all, but today I am tired. You know what I haven't done is I haven't brought a knife in with me so I can open this. Give me 2 seconds. Not one of those people who likes to tear into boxes. I like to treasure them. I've still got all of my boxes from every Lego set I have bought recently. Even the ones I bought 2 of. I probably can get rid of one of those actually. Put that somewhere where I remember to put it away so my kids don't get to it. How many of you have got this set? It's one I wanted when it came out. I've not had one of these. I know Lego's done a few of these like shop builds, but I've never actually got any of them, and I really like the look of this one, I have to say. I mean, I do like a lot of the modifications I've seen people do to this set as well. I'm going to move this back ever so slightly. There we go. I think some people have done some great stuff, like JC Small Brick City has done a really nice job of yeah, he's taken 2 of these and converted them into one big store, and then he's actually gone further and built an even better store than that, and he's done a miniature Lego Voltron as well. And are you in Australia, Douglas? But yeah, anyone who's not seen, what are my thoughts about? You know what? I really like the new Lego modular building. It'd be good if you could see me. Hello. I really like the new Lego modular building. I am definitely going to be picking up. I am a big fan of service stations and things. So I'm going to raise this up slightly so you can see me a bit more, mate. I'm assuming you want to see me. Actually, no, I'm not going to leave it there. That works well because you can see what I'm building. Yeah, I think things could have been better on it, but it probably would have made it an even more expensive set if they had done that, which is why they haven't. Like, there could have been a bit more detail in a couple of areas. I think the garage could be detailed a bit better, things like that. But definitely gonna be. She did. You're right, Lego Maniac. She did. Lego Maniac. Sorry. I think they did a really good design. I think the garage could have been better, like I said. There could have been more detail in that, but like I said, that would actually have pushed the cost up a bit, I think, which is probably why they didn't. But, you know, with a lot of these things, we buy them to modify them, don't we? They're, you know, I think we all have plans to modify our modular buildings. I mean, I've got mine over here, and I do want to change most of them. Yeah, I'd go with you on that one. Like, as much as every modular I've built, I sort of grumble about the amount of tiling work that goes into it. The minute they've released one that doesn't have tiling, I'm like, where's the tiling? I need tiling. Give me the tiling. So I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that one, Douglas. I'm going to try turning my camera around. I want to see if this is any better quality. Let me know if this comes out any better. You're going to see the mess under my table for a second. Alright, let me know if that is any better quality or not. You can still see it. That, in theory, is the better camera on my phone. So let me know if it's no good or whatever. I can actually watch my own stream on my laptop too. Oh, look at that. Great. I also see the delay in it. I personally will be getting it. Definitely. I'm not sure when, because the Apocalypseburg set is my #1 priority at the moment. I have to get that set when it comes out. That is a brilliant set. The sound is muffled now. Alright, I'll go back to the other camera. That's all good. There we go. That better? That's because the speaker's on that end of my phone and it was on that side. We'll go with this one. That'll work. I am going to get a second camera, I think, for this. Hey, Troublemaker Bricks, how you going? It's funny. I have the service station set from the City line, and when I got that, I actually said I wanted to convert that into a corner station. So, which I'm still intending to do, but it will be a corner like hang on, let me get it. It'll be converted to a corner like that, rather than a corner like that, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I'll do it so it's built like in that way, and I'm probably going to tile this area and make that the sort of service station and add a garage to it, and probably a second like an office area above this. Just generally make it bigger and turn it into a full set. That was what I always planned to do with this particular set. So it won't be the same as that modular. It'll be my own version of this one. I just, again, you know, 1,000 things I want to build, but I've always liked this. I do like this service station. I think the price of it was absolutely ridiculous. I think it was so overpriced for what it was. But when I got it for, I think I got it for like 60% of RRP, I was well happy. I actually almost wish I'd bought 2 because it's got some fantastic parts in it. I recommend keeping an eye out for this set. It really is a good set. As long as you get it cheap, don't pay full price for it because the full price on it's shocking. But yeah, I like the new modular. I'm going to ask this question. How many of you watched M&R Productions video this week with the Apocalypseburg build? Anybody? Or was I the only one who stopped work to watch it? I'm really excited about that set. That is absolutely on my must-have list. What did you think of it, Enzo? I showed it to my wife yesterday. My wife is a Lego fan, although I think she probably thinks I spend too much on Lego. I would agree with her, but I'm an addict when it comes to Lego. I think it's allowable. But I showed her the photos of it on eBay, and she said she took one look at it and went, "My God, that's amazing! You have to get it." So I've got that written down, documented. I have to get it, so I will get it. Ferrari, he did one chunk. Yeah, I noticed that actually. He did an hour on his, and then he did like 3.5 hours on Brick Vibe. So go to Brick Vibe, the one on his channel where he unboxed it, and then on Brick Vibe he did a 3.5 hours build on it, and he got up. You know, it was sort of this high. He'd gotten most of the way up the Statue of Liberty. He didn't quite finish it. He did say he was going to do a review of it this weekend. So. Yeah, I hear kidneys go for quite a lot in Europe actually, so I've sort of been considering a holiday there. There's some places you can get quite good money for it. I mean, there's not many sets you go... There aren't many sets where I go, I just have to have that. Now, I'm actually one of the people who... I own a copy of Ninjago City, and it was one of those sets. When that came out, I don't know exactly what it was about it, but I was really obsessed with just how good it was. Like, there was just so much going on in it, and Lego had packed so many little details into it. I just absolutely fell in love with that set, and my eldest daughter and used to sit there and make me put the video on the Lego website so that we could watch it, because she was so convinced I was going to get the set. So naturally I got the set because I had to, because my daughter told me to. Funny how that works. But yeah, I'm absolutely, definitely going to get that set somehow. I don't know how. I imagine it's going to be a Lego exclusive to start with. Although that being said, being a set for a movie in partnership with Warner Village and numerous others, maybe it won't be. Maybe it will go straight into the stores as part of the licensing agreement. Time will tell. But there's a lot of good sets in that lineup. I'm looking forward to getting the pack of Benny's space figures as well. I did see there was a rumor going around on Twitter today that is it going to be direct? Is that definitely going to be direct to consumer? Because Ninjago City was meant to be, but you can buy that in a few shops now. And the same with the Millennium Falcon. Admittedly, it took sort of 3 or 4 months to come out. I mean, the good thing there is you can get the Millennium Falcon for sort of $900 here in Australia now, as opposed to the $1,200 to $1,300 it's meant to be. If anyone actually cares about this build, there's the first minifigure there. It's a guy. It's a great mullet. That's a really good figure, actually. I like his shirt. I need that shirt. I'm just going to turn the lighting up. See if I can get this a bit brighter. I'm still sort of setting up this new Lego room properly, so some things are a bit sort of all over the place. We'll get an indie. What do you mean by an indie release? I'm actually really hoping I catch some of the US guys, because I know Brick Pasta and Buck Chop do a stream at 7:30 their time in the morning, so I'm hoping I can get them while they're making their coffee. There's the this was me as a kid, I think. I need this hat. This is the hat from my minifigure. I'm actually trying to find a good red hat I can actually wear in my videos. Cheesy as that sounds, it just seemed appropriate because I do wear hats sometimes in these videos. So Toy World, and oh yep, definitely. Yeah, I think that will be the case. It's funny because over here in Australia, are you in Australia, Douglas? Indiegogo. I think it'll be a direct to consumer, and then like Douglas says, I think it will then creep into a few stores, a few mainstream stores after that. But it's one of those things. I keep looking at it. I need Lego to release their official information on it, so that I can just sit there and watch the video on repeat, because it's just phenomenal. I mean, I hope for it not to be. There was a rumor going around on GJBricks that people have found some codes for Lego Space again. So it looks like Lego might be releasing some Lego Space sets again. One was called Mission to Mars. One was called Space Shuttle, conveniently. I can't remember the other ones. I only read it briefly today, but I hope that is true, because I am a huge Lego Space fan. I've got all of my Lego from growing up at my parents' house in the UK, so I'm gonna have to get that shipped over at some point soon. It's gonna cost a fair bit, because it's actually 2 very large suitcases full of Lego, which isn't the cheapest thing to ship. But here we go. Started building it, by the way. There's the base. Ground floor first. But yeah, I hope Space is coming back. I don't know how many people here remember actually remember Lego Space from when it was originally out. But I have massive amounts of Lego Space stuff. I have the Moon Crater boards. I think I've got 8 of them. Sitting in my parents' house. Where are we here? This isn't a sticker, is it? These are printed pieces. Where's those printed pieces? No, tell me they're not stickers. Where are those? Ah! No, they're definitely printed pieces. What have I done wrong here? I've done something wrong here. It's not going well, this life build, is it? Ah, screensaver came up on my computer. Right. Oh, there is a sticker sheet. Where's the sticker sheet? Ah, there it is, heavily disguised as a sticker sheet. No! I didn't realise this came with stickers. Cute stickers. I thought these were printed pieces. That's a shame. Oh well. Which is sticker number 2. Ninjago versus the dragon. Actually, there's some really fantastic looking sets coming out. I was looking at the I'm a big Ninjago fan, in case anyone hasn't guessed by the fact I keep going on about I'm going to build a Ninjago mountain. But there you go, there's a Ninjago set sticker. Oh wait, you mean actually in Ninjago. Yeah, sorry, the new Ninjago sets. I was looking at the ones coming up that are like the re-releases of the series 1, sort of 1 and 2 stuff, and they look great. I'm a big fan of the monastery. These are really good prints. There is a lot to be said for the quality of let's see if that'll focus. No, it doesn't focus. Trust me, it's a nice print. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the monastery set that's coming out. I thought that was really a really good looking build, and that'll fit well with my Ninjago mountain as well. I've got the Temple of Air Jitsu, which is going to be the top of the mountain. I am going to add snow to that as well, because that way I can get the Peace Basher set that came out, that's coming out in the new set of Lego. Yeah, I think there's some really good stuff coming out. The Lego Movie sets obviously look incredible on the whole. There's a couple of duds in there. I'm not convinced by Emmett's vehicle. That might be better in person, but so far what I've seen of that one, I know what they were trying to do, but I don't like it. I don't think it looks very good at all. So I'm just concentrating on stickers for 2 seconds. There we go. 2 of those. But some of the vehicles in it look absolutely brilliant. I do like Emmett's house. I think that's really a really good idea and very original. Hang on, hold my breath, like the snipers do. Hold your breath when you're putting the stickers on. Much easier. I think I've lost a couple of people in this stream already. It's really hard to pick a good time to do a stream when you're in Australia, because it's like I got to try and catch the rest of the world, sort of, you know. I've got people in Europe, people in the US. It's easy for people in Europe to sort of wait till the US is awake and vice versa, but for here in Australia I have to do it sort of either really late or really early, and early is quite hard when you've got kids. Right, where are we up to? There we go. I've got shelves built. There's a couple of polarizing ones, isn't there? I think the bus look good, personally. I'm not a fan of those the Friends figures, but I do like the look of the bus. I think on the whole they all looked really good. Let's finish that off properly. There we go. And massive glass window goes there. There we go. Window. I'm excited. The only problem I have at the moment is my bank account cannot support buying the number of Lego sets I need to buy. And you notice my use of the words "I need to buy," because there are that many good sets coming out. So I'm going to have to be quite selective on what ones I get, especially as I do need to get Apocalypseburg, and I would like to get the new modular. I'd actually like to get the diner as well, just so I've got all of the sets, but there's no rush on the diner. I don't actually have space for it yet. The Studsburg is quite a mess at the moment, so I'm hoping to get some time over Christmas to go in and put in the levels I want to add, and a few other things going on in there. So there we go. It's interesting. I've got sort of ideas where I'm going to do a raised level. I think I said this the other day in a video. I'm going to do a raised level over here, and so the trains go underneath that. So I've got a whole building area up here, and then do like a lower area here. But what I want to do is build a railway bridge, a road bridge over the sort of tracks and train station, kind of like the ones you get in Europe and the UK, and well, anywhere in the world really. But I'm sort of trying to decide how high I now need to make that upper level to support that, to be able to do the arches, to make the tunnel entrance look good, all of those kind of things. So it's not a simple. It's actually not as simple as you think, just to sort of go and put a level in. It's actually going to be worked out how high you want it according to what you want to do as well. So I'm hoping I get some time on that over Christmas. Would be nice to get that done, because I had actually planned to do that in when I had it in the other room as well, and never actually quite got to it. So now I've moved room, and it's pretty much not gonna change for a while. I will address that and get that all sorted out. I'm really excited. I'm a big fan of Mr. Bookyboo. Don't know anyone here who watches Mr. Bookyboo. It is a very expensive stuff, and you've got the modular too. Don't forget the modular. Oh, there's some good city sets coming out as well. I want to get the Peace Basher for sure. I do like the Harvester Lorry. I think that looked great. Yeah, it's going to be, yeah. Do you need kidneys? Do kidneys do anything useful anymore? You know, I mean, it's already pickled anyway, so... Oh, actually, sorry, this is a family-friendly channel. I shouldn't say that. But, like, do you need kidneys? Do you need, like, can you sell lungs and things? Because I've got a good set of lungs. I could sell one of those. It kind of stinks of desperation, doesn't it? I'm going to sell my body parts so I can buy Lego. That's the point where you should probably go and see somebody and try and get some... Oh dear, I wonder how many people have actually tried to do that, to buy things. I'm not that much of a crazy person. I love my Lego. I do love my Lego dearly, but I'm not that crazy. Right, there is Black Piece. Anyone got guesses what trains these are supposed to be? There's two trains down the front. A black one and a yellow one. I think there's are they trains? Are they meant to be trains? I think they're meant to be trains. Yeah, who was it? I watched a video by someone the other day of the fire. I like the I really like the I like the burger fire set in the city lineup. I think that's a really unique set. But the thing I was worried about was the squeezy bit that's in the fire engine. I thought actually squirted water, and I'm like, no, I actually did ruin some of my Lego as a child because I got it wet. But actually, it's not a squirty thing. It's like a when you squeeze it, like a plastic bit goes shh, and then like only comes out a certain distance and goes back in. So it wasn't as bad as I was expecting. I'm not actually that keen on that play feature, but but some people do get replacement hearts. Replacement spines, they haven't got that one working yet. They might do one day. God, that's a terrifying thought, isn't it? It's a horror movie right there. I'm just, so these are sort of like, I don't know what these are supposed to be actually. I think they're meant to be like, oh, it's supposed to be like little scenes. This is like a building. Where's the other one? There's the other one. And then this one has a tree. Incidentally, my next Bricklink order is going to be really focused on buying... laptop's gone to sleep, lazy bugger. I'm going to be focused on buying bits to make my city, bring my city to life with detail. Because one thing I always look at my city and go, it needs trees, it needs paths, it needs seats, it needs all those kind of things. So I'm going to really focus on that in the next sort of, once I've got the city put back together. That will be my sort of focus on just trying to make it feel more alive than just like having buildings everywhere and roads, because it's a bit sort of soulless and sterile. Hey Enzo, how you going? Good to have you back, mate. Trying to pick a good time to do this, and I imagine being Christmas as well. A lot of people are out doing panic Christmas shopping. I know I was this morning. It was awful. But my kids did get some nice photos with Santa, which was good. We found a shopping centre near us that had a really good Santa. I have to say, yeah. I hate having to say that, but you know how some Santas are a bit creepy and some are, yeah, a bit strange. We got the one we got was really, really, really good. So I'm really happy we went to that shopping centre today. The only thing I wasn't happy with was the number of people that were there, but I actually was expecting it to be worse than it was. So, what's the old joke? It's only 3 days. It's the 22nd of December, so it's only 2 days till men do their Christmas shopping. That's not a joke. I'm still going to be buying presents on Monday. And I have no problem with that because the sales will have started too. Ha ha ha. Which means I'll save some money, which means I'll have more money to buy Lego with. Yeah, no, I do sound like a Lego addict. Okay. Almost got the ground floor done. Now comes the sort of modular-y bit. Let's put these on there. This is a lovely looking set. I really like it. It's sort of, it really works well with the Sweet Surprise Shop. I don't know if anyone here's got the Sweet Surprise Shop, but if you haven't, I really recommend it. It's a really nice build. I got it for my eldest daughter, who is 4, and sat down and built it with her, and she had a lovely time doing it, and she learnt a lot doing it as well. There's some fiddly parts in it, but she was really, really, really good about handling the pieces and finding the pieces and looking at the pictures and learning how to put them together. Hey, congratulations, Enzo. I was looking at mine today. I set mine up in March. I did set myself the goal of getting 1,000 subs before I hit 1 year. It's not looking terribly likely at the moment unless I start posting a bit more frequently. But I did pass 500 in the last week, which I'm pretty excited about. Might be on 520 by now. I should check that. Let's have a look. Did anyone get hit by the hit badly by the spam clear out that YouTube did? I had one Lego, I think it was Lego King Eric, messaged me. He was quite upset because he'd lost 200 followers. I think I lost 5. So probably because I'd been blocking. I tend to block if I think someone who follows me is a spam account. I tend to just go and block them myself because I don't really want spam channels following me. For those that don't know, I work in marketing. Specifically, I'm building software to help companies do marketing, and one of the things we look at in particular is how channels can have what the most value is to a channel, and it's not necessarily a case of just having a lot of followers. What actually will bring value to a channel is having fans who really interact with the channel as well. If you don't have the interaction, then having a lot of followers is going to make absolutely no difference to you because your channel's just not going to have the value it needs, which is why if you're looking to monetize your channel, YouTube has that requirement that you have 1,000 subs and you have a certain amount of watch time as well. It's very important that you have those 2 numbers because it's actually that's where the value comes from. If you don't have those 2, you're there's the pick a brick wall. If you don't have those 2 things, your channel isn't actually like that valuable, isn't worth monetizing because it's not valuable enough, if that makes sense. The way advertising works is you need people to see it, and if you don't have people seeing your channel, then that's why YouTube sort of tries to discourage, has made it harder. For me, I'm doing it like, you know, I am slightly mercenary in that I would like to monetize my channel, but at the same time I do it because I really enjoy the interaction, like having this live chat with you guys now, like seeing the comments from people when you upload a video and everyone like compliments you on how good it is, or, you know, things like, for me, you won't believe this, I used to be quite an introverted person, and it's taken a lot of effort on my part to become quite outgoing and really work on sort of how I present and speak and things like that when I do this kind of thing. Strangely, I'm one of those people who can stand up in front of 200 people and present really well, but if you put me in front of a room of 3 people, I really struggle. I don't know why that is, but that's the way I am. But I set this up as a way to help me present better, because I run my own. I'm like a founding partner in a startup, and obviously part of that is you have to build a profile about yourself and be able to stand up and speak quite knowingly about what you're doing and be, you know, all of those things. So I did this channel as a way to help me practice those skills that I thought were really valuable, but it also was a way for me to get back into Lego and share something I'm really passionate about. So I hope you guys realize I'm like massively passionate about my Lego. I had it since I was 3 years old or something like that, my mum said. So I'm a long-term Lego fan. I did sort of get detached from it a bit over the years, but I've gone back into it properly now, and I'm very happy I found the Lego community when I did. It was for me a much needed thing. I'm very happy. I've made some really good friends in the Lego community as well. I talk to a lot of people very, very regularly. I've got friends outside of here. You know, I talk to JC from Small Brick City. He's a good friend of mine now on Facebook, and we talk quite regularly. We're going to catch up next time we're in the same city. So, you know, people like that, and Mark from the Lego Room's a good friend of mine. So, you know, I've really sort of made some, I think, lifelong friends out of getting back into Lego. There are definitely those that are just doing it for commercial reasons. Absolutely 100%. I mean, I would like to monetize my channel, so actually maybe it will start to let me buy a few more sets, but that's down the line. I'm not expecting to get to that one sort of in the next sort of couple of weeks, but one day it'll happen. It'll happen, but it will happen because all I have done is what I enjoy doing, which is building Lego and sharing my passion for it, and that's why it will happen. It's not because I've paid money for it to happen. It's not because I've forced it. It's because I have just done what I enjoy and people appreciate it. My Lego videos are very popular, my video logs, but to be honest, I don't do Lego videos anymore, but I'm thinking about making a new channel. What are you going to make a new channel about? Just about Lego or anything in particular? I'm actually I'm planning to do some videos about things like SEO and optimizing your channel. I know there's like 1,000 people out there doing that kind of thing, but you know, they're guys that have been doing it for a long time. Well, I haven't been doing it very long. Now, as I said, I work for a startup that, you know, we're building a tool to help people do that kind of thing. But in doing that, I've spent a lot of time researching how to approach your channel and grow it. And, you know, my channel is still quite small. Now, I could spend money and buy advertising and probably hit 1,000 subs in no time at all. But I don't want to do that because it doesn't feel authentic to me. So one of my things I've been working on is getting those authentic followers. How do you do that? What does that look like? You know, what do I have to do that? And it really is about being passionate about the content you're creating. Yeah, I will go with you on that one. I actually had a model railway I built with my dad growing up. He was over visiting recently, and he made the comment about how much better, like, I think he was in awe of how much fun it was building like the Lego railway. Building Lego railway stuff. Because of that exact reason, because you can tear it all down and rearrange it and stuff. Like I've in this new room, I've got a loop set up, but I'm actually going to change it. Where this camera's sitting at the moment is going to be where my bridge goes. That's why I say, yeah, Leglomaniac. That's what I mean about you'll get more authentic growth, and it's not like a lot of people who just go and say, you know. I'm not going to name channels here, although I did mention one of those people earlier on that I'm talking about, but who just go around following random pages and then going, oh, sub me back, sub me back, sub me back, because they do. But then it's like, it doesn't mean anything because it's not an authentic follower. They're just following you because it's not really a good way to do it. You have to go and follow people who you're interested in and actually talk to them and get that discussion going and actually try and support them. Now, I do follow quite a lot of channels and I do my best within the confines of the amount of time I have to go and check out as many of the channels I follow as I possibly can. It's just not possible, but I do go through every video that gets posted by people I follow. I'll turn this 90 degrees, so I'll just sort of be along here and I'll just be like squeezed against the wall going, yeah, here's... yeah, I do try my best, and you see in my 5 and a bit videos I do every week, like I try to, or not every week, I'm doing that fortnightly now because it's actually a bit hard to do it every week when you've got kids. You'll find it out when I put it out tomorrow. I've apologised for not doing it, but I do that as a way to share some of the things I thought were the best in the community that I follow, and also it encourages me to go and find new people. I found some really good channels, like coming up with a theme each week and then going and finding people in that sort of space has been really good. Like I'm a big fan of the Lego theme park stuff. I hadn't even realised there's an entire section of YouTube about Lego theme parks. Like, who would have thought? Like, I mean, I would expect people to have bits and pieces about it, but not like dedicated to just building theme park rides. Great, I love it, which is good because I'm in the middle of building a theme park. Some people just like, yeah, I think some people just really like, you know, I think they just do it because they feel like they have to, or they do it because they don't do it for the best reasons, and that's, you know, it's up to them. If that's, you know, if they enjoy doing it and they're happy with not having a huge amount of subs and a huge amount of interaction, that's fine. I mean, I go back and look at some of my original videos and they got near enough no engagement. I think I've got some videos that had like 6 or 7 views, and I went back and looked at them and went, yeah, I can understand why they didn't have many views. But then you start to look at, as people start to find your channel, as YouTube starts to understand how your content works, a real sort of authenticity comes to light, and it's really, really good. Bricks, yeah, Bricks. I love Bricks. I think he's brilliant. I really enjoy Brickitect as well. I mean, I think I find some of his videos a little bit eccentric, shall we say? But on the whole, I do love how sort of light-hearted and fun, and how much fun him and his boy have doing the videos. But yeah, Brickzar is definitely one of the most authentic channels out there. I think he's really, really good. He he does exhaust himself sometimes. There's a few videos where you go on there and you can see he's like almost struggling to talk, but he's still doing his videos, and he's earned that 50,000 subs he's got. He has well and truly earned. Yeah, I do love how, you know, I go on there and I frequently comment and get involved in his live streams, and he's always there, and He does pick up on things I say and reply to me, and it does feel quite good. He's a machine. Him and if you actually look, I don't know if you've ever seen, but he's got about 3 more channels on top of that, which is incredible. I don't know how these people like. He's got a full-time job and he does all of that. And I have a drink. I've been talking too much. What do people think of GJBricks? I'm going to ask this question. He was one of the reasons I decided to start my own Lego channel. I found watching his stuff he made me want to get back into Lego because I just loved how much, you know, I love his city updates more than anything. You know, I wish he did them a bit more often than he did reviews, to be honest, because he does have quite a nice city. But at the same time, he was one of those people that, hey Carrie, how are you going? He, yeah, I think he's hit and miss. I think as I've watched more of his videos, I have come to realize that as well. It's a good description of it. He I talked to Mark over at the Lego room, and him and me sort of call it the cult of Jang, because people are really like so into his stuff. Like he could post a video of himself blowing his nose, and I think his fans would just go, wow, it's the best thing ever. Maybe that's a slightly extreme example, but you know what I mean. It's it's a bit like that sometimes. But I do love how much he enjoys his Lego. I do. As I said, he was an inspiration to me getting into Lego, back into Lego, and starting my own channel. So I do watch most of his videos. I do support him, but I do also find sometimes, yeah, they are a bit hit and miss, and sometimes I do watch the whole video beginning to end, but I do find myself skipping bits of it at times these days, because they do get a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Probably a bit preachy at times, but what time is it where everybody is? It's now, what time is it here? It's midnight here, I think. Oh yeah, it's 12 here at night, so quite a late one. I'm actually really hoping that Butt Chop and Brick Pasta say hello before they start their stream. They usually do a stream in about 12:30, 1 o'clock. Yeah, it's always, and Beyond the Brick as well. They've got their little merchant thing they put at the beginning of all of their videos now that really irritates me. And those guys love their Lego. You know, there's no denying that. But yeah, they're pushing the selling angle a bit too much. I don't mind them promoting it, like, you know, in the bottom corner of their videos or something like that, or doing, you know, here's what's new in the store, go and check it out videos once a week, because they do have some really good stuff. I mean, the thing with them is, though, you have to remember that a lot of the stuff that goes up on there isn't just their own creations, it's other people's as well, and I guess they share some of that money with those people, so it's not just their own thing. And I do love how passionate they are about, you know, again, they're passionate about just building Lego. I was only doing one this week. I thought they did it every week. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, that's cool. Maybe they'll show up then. I did watch, I was watching their stream on Brick Vibe the other day, or not their stream. Butt Chop was effectively emceeing a build on Brick Vibe the other day. It was very entertaining to watch. He's quite the character. Actually, someone gifted him. I don't know if anyone like watches his channel, but someone gifted him. I'll see you in a minute, Carrie. Someone gifted him I think it was the Pet Shop modular. Like he got fan mail when he opened it up. It was a massive box, and it was a boxed copy of the of the pet shop. It was incredible. It's like, wow, that's awesome. So I'm guessing it's someone he knows who did it, because he doesn't have his postal address on his channel, so they would have had to know him to send it. I actually keep meaning to set up a PO box myself. I must do that one day. Very useful for doing minifigure swaps and things like that. Also good for protecting your identity. Yeah, Putt Chop's crazy. I love him. He's such a good guy. They all are. They've all got that. Again, it goes back to exactly what we were saying just now. They've got such a passion for what they do. That is very true, Leglomaniac, and a lot of people like go on there and just make that useless comment first. I hate that. I get I don't know how many of you have. There are those people who steal. Yes, there are indeed those people who steal, and if ever I use anything from someone else's channel, I try very hard to say I have done it. I do know someone who completely accidentally and innocently used something that somebody else had done in his channel, and he got, yeah, the other person actually contacted him and he ended up taking the video down, but it was completely by accident. He didn't mean to do it at all, and had he realized, he would have said it, you know, in the video properly. But I did try and persuade him to just go in and edit the video to fix it, but he ended up just taking it down. But yeah, I mean, yeah, you get to sort of GJBricks' level, and he says he goes through and moderates all the comments, but you hardly ever see him reply to anything. So he's now got a second channel as well, hasn't he? His quick builds that he does. I don't know how well that's going for him. But by the way, anyone in here, if you ever want to do a dual life build, let me know. I'm always open to ideas like that. I'm doing some collaborative videos with some people at the moment as well. So it's just having time to do these things. I'm running on about 3 coffees tonight. So my middle daughter decided to keep me awake last night for about... or keep me and my wife awake for about 3 hours in the middle of the night. So we're both pretty tired today, which made Christmas shopping fun. Was that when he was only on like 1,000 fans, or I'm kidding. I think I have had one reply from him actually. Oh crikey, I didn't realise how small these micro figures were. They actually are tiny. Look how small that is. Crumbs. I suddenly have a new appreciation for the ones in that Hogwarts set that there's thousands of. God, they'd be fiddly to put together. Now, while I'm talking, the interior of the shop is coming together quite nicely. I'm liking this set. I think it's really good. Yeah, but do you know the history of Gnaj? That actually was somebody had gone and set up that channel to copy him, and he actually managed to take possession of it. The full like beast castle. Is that the one you mean, Leglomaniac? The massive one, the sort of Millennium Falcon of Hogwarts, if you will. I'd seen that. What was the other one as well? What is it? You can take what is it? The hands or something off of the alarm clocks, and they fit onto the minifigures perfectly too, or something. Someone realised. Very funny. That's awesome. I confess, I sort of look at that set and what, as much as I like it, I can't justify, which is, you know, my way of justifying not buying the Millennium Falcon as well. As much as I love the set and I, you know, would love to have the spare cash to buy it, I would much rather buy things like the Apocalypseburg when it comes out, and I still want to get the Ninjago City dock. That's going to look great next to my Ninjago City. This area here you're in now is going to be the harbour, by the way, so this will all be underwater soon. 14 hours, is that all? I actually, any set I build now, I try and film. I love it. It looks great. I'm very happy with it. I knew I'd like it. I've got the, hang on, I've got the, well, I say I've got it. We've got the sweet surprise. I got this one for my my daughter for her birthday. She's 4. But we built this together and she absolutely loves this set and I do as well. So I'm going to I'm planning sort of an area for these smaller modular sets to go because they're very good. I think they're really lovely. I'm going to try and pick up a couple more and build some of my own of these as well. But I think they're really lovely. I think this has got so much character. You can build a whole street just of these sort of half builds. They're actually great. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I love the little details. So let me show you what's packed into the back of that one. If you have never seen this one up close, the sweet stall at the front is actually incredibly fiddly to build, especially when you drop it halfway through. But it looks great when you finish it. Oof. Yeah, I've got to, you didn't get a notification. What? You know what? The number of times that happens to me, and then what will happen is you'll get the notification about 5 minutes after I finish it. Because I always try and keep an eye out for Jacob's ones at the weekend, and for weeks I was just never getting them, and then I realised I just had to keep an eye out for it manually because I was getting the notification after it had happened. So YouTube keeps saying they fixed their notification system, but they really haven't. It's still terrible. By their own admission, there are issues with it. So that's why, who is it? Not Brick Vault. I think Brick Brothers UK now have a, they actually now have an Instagram channel purely so they can notify people when they have new videos. They found that was the most reliable way to make sure that people got notified on time that they had videos. How crazy is that? It's like, Google, come on man, you can fix notifications, surely. Coming along. I really like this. I'm very, very happy with this set. I can see why people have bought sort of 2 and modified it. I've not put the windows in on the top floor yet. It's nice, light and airy build, but it's a really lovely looking set. I actually got my mum to pick this up when she was coming over from the UK recently because these exclusive sets, and the closest one, as I think I say every video, is about 9 hours away from me if I drove, and about a 3-hour flight. So oh, I'm building off camera, sorry. Yeah, so I got my mum to go and pick it up from the Lego store in the UK because it was like heaps cheaper for her to bring it with her than it was for me to sort of buy it from Lego and get it shipped, because I very rarely buy direct from Lego because I don't like paying full price for anything if I can help it. Sorry Lego, but when I can buy things for 25% off. Like I was looking at the, I want to get the Ninjago Temple of Resurrection set, and it's like $100 from, again, that's for my Ninjago mountain. But that's like $100 set if you buy it through Lego. And in the shops it's 75 is the cheapest I've seen it so far. So you can't really say no to a 25% saving, can you, really? But things like Apocalypseburg, well, I might have to bite the bullet and pay full price for that one. I did pay full price for Ninjago City because I just really wanted that set. But I generally try not to pay full price. Man, where did you get the... I haven't seen any of the Lego Movie 2 stuff. I didn't think that was supposed to be out till after Christmas. But I have seen a few people building bits and pieces from it, so obviously they are around, but just got to be lucky. I mean, this is Australia, so in Australia, the Lego Movie 2 will come out 48 days after the rest of the world, for the reason that the CEO of Village Roadshow wants to prove that Australia has a piracy problem, and he's going to do it by delaying the launch of that movie to prove how much people will download it. Just, it fails me. It just, words fail me coming to... The guy's doing more to encourage piracy through his own actions than... Ugh, what an idiot. Anyway, so yeah, that was my comment on Twitter the other day about looking forward to seeing this 48 days after everybody else. It's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh. Hey Kaz, how's Essex? I hear it's a little bit chilly at the moment. But the thing with Game of Thrones and things like that is you could only watch it in one place. It was ridiculous. Like, there's a service called Foxtel over here who had all the rights to it. It's got absolutely nothing to do with piracy. It's got everything to do with the distribution methods. Like, half the people, well, so most people wanted to pay to watch Game of Thrones. They really did. Like, I know people who were pirating it. And the main problem was that you could only watch it on one service, and it was an expensive service. You know, there's all these other ones around who now have bits of it, but it was just ridiculous. Like, you can't sit there and blame the consumer when you don't give them a choice. Like, you've made a decision to go with one company and then moan that no one wants to go with that company you've chosen. And the reason being is because they're using an archaic model. In this case, it was Foxtel, who are like in the UK. They're like Sky TV in the UK, for example. They're a cable company, and I did used to have Foxtel, and I got rid of it because it was so expensive, and I never watched most of what they have, and they still haven't managed to adapt to the likes of what Netflix and things do. They just... It's like, you can't blame the consumer, I'm sorry. You're just out of touch with the way the modern world works. Sorry, I sound a bit preachy, but I'm right. Now, yeah, I mean, I live in Australia, and I actually do have Hulu. And I don't mind paying for Hulu because they actually have decent content. And it cost me, you know, I've got Hulu and Netflix and Amazon Prime from the US, rather than the local Australian one. And yeah, I think they're all great services. We watch them more than we should probably, but yeah, I think Hulu's really good. And it streams fine to Australia because it's all built on Amazon, so. What are you trying to do? I am totally going to ignore the internet for 48 days, Kaz. I absolutely am. I kind of hope Warner turns around and goes, "You're an idiot," to the CEO of Village Roadshow and forces them to launch it. It's ridiculous. Like, all he's actually going to prove is that he's a twat and completely out of touch with what's going on. You know, he's getting his big paycheck, but really the issue is he doesn't really understand how the modern internet works. Modern licensing, you know, licensing laws are still 50, 60 years old. They haven't adapted to modern times. Oh, in all my rambling, I've finished. Oops. Play Kaz's game of guess which set. Oh wait, you know, I've just built it. So that is the Lego store. I really like it. I'm very, very happy with that set. You get these two nice minifigures. The I'm guessing the shop assistant and the keen Lego boy buying his set. There we go. There's the inside of it. There he is buying something from the shop assistant. Probably would have been nice to have a little tile or something for him to be holding. So there's no spare stickers. It would have been, you know, a spare sticker and a tile. I could have done that, but anyway, you get two minifigures with this, which is all right. It would be nice to have had three, but I might expand this slightly. I don't know. I might make it longer. I don't know if I'm going to turn it into a full modular like Kaz and Co have, but I kind of like leaving it like this half module. Otherwise, I've got to go and convert my Sweet Surprises set as well and things like that. Oh, hello, Lady Brickskater. How are you going? So, Kaz, I don't know if you've seen Lady Brickskater's channel, but she's done a 9-volt version of the Hogwarts Express too. So now I've got the Bluetooth, you've got the IR, and she's got the 9-volt. So that's a good one. There's my 3D spin. Look, it's like augmented reality. See, that's the future. That's the future of the internet. There, it's spin arounds of things. Yeah, I was watching your video earlier on, and when you were building the tender, and I'm like, where's the battery? And then I had to do a double take and realise the tracks were shiny. So I'm like, okay, I haven't gone down the 9-volt route because I've come in late to Lego trains, or I'm super early. I actually have one of the Lego trains from the 80s that takes the 3A batteries, the massive ones. I don't think it works anymore actually. I think it stopped working when I was a kid, probably from overuse. But I've now got the Bluetooth system. I don't have much of the IR stuff. I do have a couple of bits of IR, but hey Bumblebricks, how you going? Oh, I'm gonna have to build another set at this rate, aren't I? So what I'm gonna do, I got one today actually. Haha. There you go. Look, I'll bust open a second set. How's that? I picked this one up today. I confess I'd been slightly naughty and hidden this one at the shops, and I said if it's still there in 3 weeks, I'll buy it, and it was. and actually on sale, and the last one in the shop too. So I don't feel bad about it because they actually did still have them in stock yesterday. They just didn't today. That was the last one. So I wasn't that much of a jerk. But BumbleBricks, hey, are you my 520? Hang on, let's have a look. Where's my channel gone? I was gonna schedule I was going to schedule the build, but as those who joined earlier on, I'm doing this from my iPhone. This is the first time I've done that. So I've got my iPhone here, and I've got my. Sorry, I'm waving around for people. I'm sorry. Don't block me, YouTube. I got my phone here and my laptop there. I think it's actually. Is the quality good? I mean, this is using just the built-in microphone. It's nothing special. I know Ryan over at M&R does all of his stuff on his iPhone, so actually quite impressed how he manages that. Let's open that up. I do like these little micro builds. I think they're really if you've never bought one of these, I do recommend them. I've actually got these ones to do as well. I'm not going to do these ones tonight, but I've got a couple of these as well, the Marvel ones. They're a lot of fun. I'm a massive fan of this one because of that one piece. The cassette piece, which I have seen on Bricklink. Yeah, I mean, this Microfighter will actually go with this Microfighter I've got as well. I've actually got another one somewhere. Where is it? I don't collect that much Star Wars, but I do have some Star Wars. I figure if I start collecting Star Wars, it's a downward spiral. So I've steered clear of going down. You know, there's certain paths I have steered clear of. This is the Chewbacca Millennium Falcon Microfighter, the current sort of series. I don't think these are discontinued yet. I think these are still around, but they're just obviously very popular being Christmas because they're ideal stocking fillers. So you get 2 bags of parts with this and 1 manual, obviously. Yeah, I've been wanting to get this one for ages, so it's still in the shop, so I bought it. And it'll go well with my proper Millennium Falcon. I got the Force Awakens Millennium Falcon when it came out, because I've always wanted a Millennium Falcon, and I thought that was an especially good version of it. I don't think it's getting deleted. I hope not. I really like it. I've always enjoyed it. I've got what have I got? All of my stuff is everywhere at the moment. I've got oh, there we go. Slightly damaged. I've got an X-Wing as well, and I've got this one too. I got this one too because I actually really I must be one of the only people that actually likes the like, what are they called? I can't remember what it's called now. This version of the AT-AT. I really like it personally, but yeah, this one they seem to do these sort of double ones a lot. So you've got these two, and then there was another one which is like the Sith TIE Fighter and a rebel ship. It's in there somewhere. Can't find it. I'm still piecing stuff together from when I moved room, so. Lars, how are you, mate? Good to see you. The Gorilla AT-AT is a bit like that, but I think they look really. I did really like. I thought it was like the AT-AT to me was one of the best designed vehicles in Star Wars. I don't know why, it always really resonated with me. Like, Empire Strikes Back is my favourite Star Wars movie, hands down. I absolutely love it. But The UCS White Falcon. Oh yeah, I've seen that one. I haven't actually checked it out, but I've seen the clips of it going, yeah, that's dedication. Dedication. I wonder if Lego will ever actually make... I can't see that being the last time they do that Falcon set, because that would be absolutely crazy. They'll do re-releases of it. That's definitely not going to be the last one. I mean, it's still for sale, obviously, but I'm 99% certain that they will release a future version of it. So there's a slight change. There's Chewie with his bow. Now the one that comes in the actual Millennium Falcon set, which I have here. Hey, I sound like Ryan from M&R doing this. I've got more than one version of something that's Star Warsy. Yeah. But on this one, he's got the flick shooter thing, whereas in this one, he doesn't. I think they're actually the same. I was looking at this earlier on, trying to figure this out. Yeah, they're near enough. I think they are actually exactly the same print. So this is the one from the Microfighter. This is the one from the main set. Yeah, that would be some expensive Bricklink orders. I started... I actually have a mock planned based on the Grand Emporium, so I don't own the Grand Emporium. I would like to own it, but it's never going to happen unless I get some miracle eBay win. But I've got a mock planned based on the Grand Emporium, where I'm going to build, I promised my wife I would build a mock of, you know, dedicated to her, and what's going to be in it is the ground floor is going to be like a bakery type thing, because she loves baking. She loves like making bread and baking cakes and things like that. The middle floor is going to be a balloon studio, like an event / balloon studio, because she does she creates balloons for events, and she does events stuff. So there's going to be that sort of like the studio of hers, and then the top floor was going to be like a creative space, because she loves sewing and things like that. So I was going to sort of use the Grand Emporium, because we both decided we really like the sort of architecture of that building, and then modify it to be this sort of our own thing. Give it, you know, change the color scheme. I wanted to give it a bit more of a French twist, but that's sort of a plan for a mock I want to build. That's like my that's my ambitious one. I don't know when I'm going to get to that one. I'm probably going to do that one in the Studio Creator tool. What's going on in here? I've seen a couple of people mention well, you mean 4D bricks will do it and trick bricks will copy it? Isn't that how they work? Sorry, I said that out loud, didn't I? Although I do think that I think trick bricks came after 4D bricks, and they are very, very similar. I think 4D bricks costs more, but better finished. And on the track thing, there is actually an aftermarket thing you can get where you actually lay it on top of the track, like tape. Apparently that works. There's a couple, you'd have to do some research into it, but there's a couple of different versions of that tape. And one works better than the other, but that's what some people have done to sort of convert the current track into 9-volt. Worth looking into. Yeah, Lars, I'll just go and like spend $600 on it. Sure. I know what you mean though. It's a beautiful set. Every time I see like people with it in their cities, I cry a little bit because it's just so gorgeous. So I don't know. One day. I've got the brick bank to build now. Woohoo! I got that the other day, and I got the Ferris wheel, and I got that both at 25% off. Cannot grumble. I always planned to get into trains. I love trains. I had Hornsby trains as a kid, and I had Lego trains as a kid, so I like trains. Um, I really wish I'd gotten into it about 15 years ago though, so I could have like some of that cool stuff they had around then. It was great. I feel like Lego's woken up to a couple of these themes though, and they're bringing a few bits back. Like I've got a feeling they're going to bring out a few more train sets. It's a gut feeling. I think there's going to be some more, you know, like the Horizon Express and the Emerald Knight both did really, really well. I think they will come out. You did get lucky. Hey, if you ever see that again, can you buy one and I'll pay you for it, buddy? Like, I keep an eye out for them quite religiously, but like, honestly, if you find one for that price, let me know and I will pay you back, I promise. Like, that's actually how I got my that's actually how I got my Ghostbusters set. Well, sort of. It ended up being someone got it for me because what had happened was he bought it at one price and had it on lay-by, and then he went back and they had it on clearance for 60% off. So he bought that one, but still had the lay-by set, and then he when he finished the lay-by, he returned the lay-by, got the original like $400 back, and then he bought it back for me for $200. So I'm like, result. The only thing with it is the box is a bit dinged up, but hang on, I'm gonna get it down. I'm so happy with this one. Where is it? I'm gonna do a small boast because I'm so happy I've got this. Yeah. The only thing is, it is quite beaten up in the box, but that doesn't really matter. Oh yeah. It's one of those things. I've always been a Ghostbusters fan. So happy I got that one. I just need about, you know, I need a lot more time to actually build all of this stuff I've got to build. Alright, sorry, I'm just putting my phone stand back together. I've had Ninjago City for since April. Still haven't built that. But I will. I don't know where I'm going to put it, but I'm really happy. It's one of those sets, like, you couldn't believe, like, there's a few sets that Lego have released over the years that you just can't believe they built. That was one. That was definitely one for me. I was amazed when they released that one. Lars, are you going to get the Apocalypseburg set? You strike me as someone that probably will. My current plan is, when I've sold that kidney and I've got enough money to buy a couple of big sets, I'm I'm going to get the Apocalypseburg set and the roller coaster, and I'm going to try, I don't know if I can do this, well, I can do it, but again, this is like on my I need more time to build issue. I'm going to try and build a version of the Apocalypseburg set with the roller coaster going sort of round and through it. That's my sort of objective. So like the Apocalypseburg set forms the center of the roller coaster, and then probably going to need a couple more track pieces, but I think that would look pretty cool as a theme park. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to get the roller coaster, the other little roller coaster, and I was going to convert that to sort of be a bit more apocalyptic kind of thing. I was going to use an apocalyptic theme for my theme park. Now I've got the Ferris wheel and stuff. Yeah, the Lego Movie 2 set that's sort of been leaked, assuming that's real. Obviously, it's still you know, people have it, but there's still actually no one's actually said if it's actually gonna be a production set or not. No one knows. No, I'm the same, Kaz. Really? That's interesting. I hadn't heard that one, Douglas. I'll have to look into that one. Le Pen have already ripped it off. Have you seen that one? Or was that one someone photoshopping it just to piss Lego people off? Oh, sorry, bad language. But I did see someone had put a photo up of... someone had put a photo up of a Le Pen box with of that set. So, who knows? Who knows? It might have been photoshopped. Those guys just don't have a soul. Yeah, I'm definitely. I showed. I don't know if you were here earlier on, but I showed my wife the picture of it on eBay, and the response I got was, and I'm not like paraphrasing this. She said, "Oh my God, that's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. You have to get it." So I've documented that in several places. So I will hold her to that one and buy it, so she can't get upset with me when I do buy it. Oh, sorry, Kaz. Oh, the Ghostbusters HQ. Oh, sorry, Douglas. I thought you were talking about the Apocalypseburg one. That's okay. I actually thought that the Ghostbusters HQ one was actually based on the Lego Ideas one. I thought that was actually on purpose. Sorry, I got my wires crossed there. Well, that's a relief that the Apocalypseburg one is right. Well, I'm a bit. That's a bit shit if they. Oh, that's a bit. Sorry, excuse my language. That's not very good if they ripped it off that way. I'm a bit disappointed in that. Now I'm gonna have to go and sell it for $500 on eBay. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna sell it. I did. Now you said that, I do remember seeing a Lego Ideas Ghostbusters HQ. No, well, no, actually, I always knew there was a Lego Ideas Ghostbusters HQ, and I always assumed that that one was based off of it. But if that's not the case, then that's a bit sad. How am I doing? I'm up to a whole 6 people in this stream. Ryan from M&R was moaning the other day that he only had 500 in his stream. Oh, to have that problem. I hope that's not true, but probably, unfortunately, yeah. But it doesn't seem very Lego-y if they did do that. How many people here watched the... Maybe they did. You don't know. I mean, maybe they did have it in the works. I mean, I would have thought that a company like Lego wouldn't say that unless they actually did have it in the works. Like, you know, it's not in their interest to annoy the fans and rip them off. So, I mean, maybe it would have been nice if that was the case, that maybe they could have like collaborated with him in some way to at least, you know, have his involvement if he was that passionate about it. But how good is Lego Ideas? I love it. I support so many projects on there. They always seem to be the ones that never make it, but I support them. There we go. There's my Millennium Falcon micro build. I just forgotten what noise the Millennium Falcon makes, so I'm not going to try. That is true. I was in one the other day, one of his streams, and he's got what, 100,000 followers, hasn't he? And there we go, my little Lego Microfighter army. My slightly broken X-wing. Yeah, I was watching. I don't know how you moderate. Like, that's why he has so many moderators in there. But I had it set to. I had it show the top conversations, and even that was just nuts. Like, you just couldn't maintain it. And you see, the only way to actually get yourself like heard in a chat like that is to sponsor them. So, which works for them. Obviously, they make some money out of it, but you know, pay them a couple of dollars and you stand out, and they generally answer your question. So that's how it works. But yeah, some of them he does. It's quite funny. This I get really annoyed by people who just sort of message me going, "Can you follow me back? Can you follow me back? Can you do a shout out to me in one of your videos?" Yeah, that's true. That's true, Kaz. I was hoping a few people like Garligade and people like that would be around to chat, because he's usually in most of the chats I get involved in. But that's why I like BrickTubers. Actually, very good. He still has a manageable size audience where he does his live streams. He's pretty good at picking up on conversations he wants to that are worth replying to. So. Just realised it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I should probably think about going to bed. I'm hoping I need some time tomorrow. I've got to film some stuff for JC. I'm doing a video of him, and I promised him I'd send that over this week. So I've done 3. On top of this is my 3rd video tonight. And I've got like another 2 or 3 planned I wanted to film tomorrow if I can. So... Oh, just stop doing that to me, Kaz. I wasn't really thinking about it. You always correct me. God. Pink hands. She's. I'm trying to think what other chats I've been in recently. With Brick Vibe hit 1,000 subs this week. So who was in that one? That was Ryan was in that one. Butt Chop was in that one. Who else? That was quite a good stream. Ryan was in there for 3.5 hours building his apocalypse. Oh, don't go, Kaz. I was joking. What was I saying? They had a really good, like, they do those sort of 4 or 5 way builds, and it was a really good chat. But Butt Chop wasn't actually building; he was sort of almost emceeing it, which was really entertaining to watch. I really recommend going over and Just watched 5 minutes of that live stream on Brick Vibe. It was well worth watching. It was thoroughly entertaining. Kaz, tell me you didn't go. I was kidding. By the way, I did fix JC's hands. They are yellow now. See, look, I listen. I do listen. That's JC, by the way. I need to actually finish building my city so I can put him in it properly. And there's Brick Family too. I've got him. I've got about 3 more sig figs coming as well. I need to send you one as well, Kaz. I actually need to buy some. I haven't got enough sig figs to do it. I need to do another order ASAP. That will be happening very soon. My clone army. Yaha. I kind of want to hold on to a load of them just so I can say I've got a clone army. One for luck. Oh, it doesn't fit. There we go. Be afraid. Yeah. Alright. Who's actually still here? Because I'm going to wrap up now. Who's actually still at the same time? Parts to finish your army. I saw, who was I was watching? Oh, I keep forgetting who it was. But he basically ordered like 20, he'd ordered 20 of the battle packs, the Star Wars battle packs, and then he'd ordered, someone else had it on sale in the States, and hey, it was cold here today, Lars. It was 21 degrees here today. It was terrible. It was, no, I'm not kidding. It was actually nice. It was been 34 degrees this week. Not trying to boast, because it's actually been massively humid as well, which is very unpleasant. It's one thing with Sydney. It does get very humid here. Not as bad as Queensland, but it does get humid in Sydney sometimes. So it's nice to have a cold day. Yeah, sorry, but he'd gone and bought like another 16 battle packs from someone else because they were like $6 US. I'm trying to decide if it's raining or there's something in my ceiling. Noises. Oh, I'm guessing Kaz did go. I did upset Kaz. I'll have to send her a message and apologise. I didn't mean to upset her. I was joking. You've cut down your Christmas tree. Crikey. I haven't even put mine up yet. Mine's going to be a plastic one again, unfortunately. We did have a real one year, but it didn't last very well. The Christmas trees don't really like the Australian climate, funnily enough. They don't do so well. So I will put that. I've got to put up tomorrow. My theme for my 5 and a bit videos this week, by the way, is Christmas trees. So I'll be putting that up tomorrow. I filmed it tonight. I actually had it all ready last week. I just haven't had a chance to film it. So I actually filmed that before I did this stream. So that will go up tomorrow. So anyway, thank you for joining me. Kaz, come back. I hope you're still there. I'm sorry if I upset you. I didn't mean to. I actually didn't realise Gala Gade was a guy. I'd never even thought about it, to be honest. Actually, no, I did know that because I watched one of the videos earlier. I'm tired. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I did know that. Just running on autopilot. I'd love to go to Sweden, Lars. I've never been there. You know what? I'm English. You know, obviously lived in England and all my life until I moved to Sydney. And living here, I realised how little of Europe I've seen. Like I hadn't been to Ireland until I actually left the UK. It's ridiculous. Like it's like next door. It's drivable. Oh, I'm jealous, man. I want to go. Can I come? I do want to go up to Cairns at some point and go and see Dub, down under Bricks, and say hello to him. He's up the other end of Australia to me, so the Lego building community is not as big in Australia as it is overseas, and a lot of the sort of I've missed sort of a lot of the Brickfest sort of stuff going on over here. So, and a lot of the biggest ones actually happen in Melbourne, which isn't very convenient because I have to fly there. And as much as I love my Lego, I'm not willing to fly there to do it. I'll talk to my wife. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. I'm mostly depends how business goes at the moment because I run a startup and we actually just got well, we sort of started signing the paperwork on a VC this week, so which is awesome news. It's been a bit stressful. It's Christmas, so it's going to be a busy sort of 6 months, a year, sort of as we work through stuff with them. The goal is to do the next raise sort of mid this year. So it never ends. Trying to raise a family, run a startup, and a YouTube channel, and build a Lego city. Go figure. Must be mad. Brickvention clashes with the tennis. Oh, that's really poor. I hadn't thought of that. That's really poor timing. I mean, why would anyone go to tennis? There's a couple. I did actually get to the Sydney one, but I'd literally, like, the day before got back from being in the UK with my family, so I was quite tired. And it was right the way out in, was not Parramatta, it was out that way though, like Blacktown or somewhere. And it's quite a long drive. And yeah, me and my daughter were there. We weren't there for that long, and it wasn't actually that big of a show. It's you know, it's just one of the problems with Australia is you don't tend to get these massive shows you get in most places. So, Lady Brick Skater, I found your channel today after you commented on my video, so I will go and check out some of your stuff, and I'll try and get you into one of my videos probably in the next sort of few months. I've got to plan out my schedule for my 5 and a bit videos. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up there. Kaz is clearly upset with me and gone, so I'll go and apologise to her. Been lovely chatting and, well, rambling. I rambled, you guys asked sensible questions, had entire conversations. I just rambled for an hour and a half. Hour and 40 minutes, crikey. So I'm going to love you and leave you guys. Thank you so much for participating in this. I'm guessing a lot of people didn't get the notification from what I'm reading, so thanks, Douglas. I'm trying to make this a regular Saturday night thing, so I'll try and be a bit more organised next week as well, and have it actually properly set up. I was it's been a busy day. Merry Christmas, everybody. I've got a video going up tomorrow, so I say Merry Christmas in that. I am actually wearing my elf shirt, so I didn't show you the... I'm an elf today, so actually has the feet and everything. This is actually from next in the UK I got a few years back. So that's my admission. I was going to wear a unicorn hat as well, but I thought, an elf hat, but I thought that might be pushing it a bit. So... Alright guys, take care, have a great day, and I'll see you on your channels in the next couple of days. Bye guys.